Welcome to Energy and Environment Weekly Thursday edition. I am Joycelyn Elakeche Ada. Our top stories for today. Brent crude rise to its highest since March of 2019. Petroleum Product Marketing Company, PPMC, a downstream subsidiary of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has reviewed upward a new pricing template for ex-depot owners as Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, KANO chapter, directed its members to sell petrol at 150 naira per litre. And on power, Nigeria power generation capacity has reportedly improved from 4,000 megawatts to 5,357 megawatts. OGONILAND cleanup has attained the restoration of 5 out of the 21 polluted sites in the territory, and that's for environment. All these and more on E&E Weekly. We'll be back after this break. Welcome to E&E Weekly. Starting off, Brent crude rose to its highest since early March. The international oil benchmark rose to its highest on Wednesday after a large decline in the United States crude inventories. This rise in price is also attributed to a weak dollar. In April, Brent crude, which is Nigeria's crude, plunged to as low as $15.98 per barrel. This is its lowest since June of 1999. But thanks to the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, and also the gradual easing of lockdown restrictions by many countries, Brent crude has continued to rise in recent times. Let's take a look. And moving on. The Petroleum Product Marketing Company, PPMC, a downstream subsidiary of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has reviewed upward a new pricing template for ex-depot owners. In a memo signed by the manager of sales, Mr. Muhammad Bello, the new price would commence from the 5th of August 2020. Ex-depot price has been reviewed upward to 138 naira 62 kobo. Ex-depot price is what depot owners sell petroleum products to retail outlets. Ex-coastal price of PMS now stands at 113 naira 70 kobo. This is the price at which PMS is sold to depot owners. The company puts ex-depot price for automated gasoline oil, AGO, also known as diesel, at 160 naira per litre and 165 naira per litre for depots in Lagos and Ogara respectively. While ex-depot price for kerosene now stands at 160 naira per litre. The Petroleum Product Pricing Regulatory Agency is yet to release a new price template for the month of August. The agency is responsible for a monthly price template for petroleum products, which was approved by President Muhammadu Buhari following the crash in oil prices internationally, which we know was brought about by lockdown restrictions introduced by countries worldwide to curtail the spread of the coronavirus. Following this development, marketers nationwide are adopting an increase in petrol pump price, attributing frightening liabilities to imbalance in sales. What this means is that marketers nationwide say due to the cost they incur in transporting petroleum products to their destination, the pump price, they are calling for an increase in pump price. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, KANO chapter, has already directed its members to sell petrol at 150 naira per litre. The KANO State Chairman, Malam Bashir Dan Malam, gave the directive in a statement made available to newsmen. He said the directive followed the new price review announced by the Petroleum Products Marketing Company, PPMC. Malam Dan Malam added that the directive was also in compliance with the government's earlier statement that it would review upward or downward the price of the commodity on a monthly basis, depending on the price of crude oil in the international market. The IPMAN chairman said that private depots have already increased their price as they would sell the commodity to their members at 139 naira 5 kobo per litre. He asked all members under his jurisdiction to comply with the new price by making sure that no one sold above the approved 150 naira per litre by the association. The IPMAN chairman assured the public of availability of petroleum products at all times. Following this announcement by IPMAN KANO chapter, there have been reports of panic buying in some parts of the country. Filling stations across Lagos and the Ota area of Ogun State witnessed queues of vehicles, whilst majority of stations owned by independent marketers shut their gates. And on a monthly report from the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, it says 43% drop in oil pipeline vandalism has been recorded in the month of May. According to the latest edition of the corporation's monthly financial and operations report, a total of 37 pipelines were vandalized from the 65 points recorded in April of 2020. Mosimi Ibadan pipeline access accounted for 38% of the vandalized points, while Atlas Cove Mosimi access recorded 19% of the breaks. Suleja Kaduna logged 16% of the breaks, while other locations make up for the remaining 27%. The corporation said collaboration with local communities and other stakeholders has contributed to bringing the malaise under control. The report also states that 950.67 million liters of premium motor spirit, otherwise known as petrol, was sold and distributed by the corporation's downstream subsidiary, the Petroleum Product Marketing Company, PPMC, in May of 2020. This does not comprise of automotive gas oil known as diesel or dual-purpose kerosene, DPK. Meanwhile, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation reports that in 13 months, Nigerians have imported 2.37 trillion naira worth of petrol into the country. According to the report by the corporation, its total revenue generated from the sales of white products for the period of May 2019 to May 2020 stood at 2.39 trillion naira. NNPC disclosed that petrol contributed about 98.84% of the total sales with a value of 2.37 trillion naira. It said the revenue from petrol sale was generated through its subsidiary, the Petroleum Product Marketing Company, PPMC. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, the power sector is next. Stay with us.
Welcome to Energy and Environment Weekly. We are on to the power sector. The people of Taraba State have something to celebrate, as the Minister of Power, Alhaji Saleh Maman, has promised to connect electricity to more communities in the state. Alhaji Maman made the promise on a visit to the state governor, Darius Ishaku. He commended the governor for the support since the inception of his tenure as the Minister of Power, saying he would continue to drive knowledge and experience from the governor. It would be noted that Governor Darius Ishaku was the supervising minister for power. The Minister of Power, Alhaji Maman, commended the governor for initiating the Mambila Power Project, assuring him that it would soon be commissioned. The minister also promised to execute the Mambila hydroelectrical project to the latter. The Nigeria power generation capacity has reportedly improved from 4,000 megawatts to 5,357 megawatts. This is significant as it marks the highest ever attained since the installation of electricity in the country. The Minister of Power, Engineer Saleh Maman, celebrated the achievement, saying it is the best thing that would attract economic development in Nigeria. A national daily reported that Nigerians have also joined the celebration as some business owners expressed the hope that sustained power supply would enhance business growth. The report quoted Acting Director General of Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, Mr. Ambrose Oruche, as saying that poor electricity has been a major challenge of manufacturing, constituting about 40% of total cost of production in the sector. He stated that improvement in electricity supply in terms of tariff, quantity, quality, dependency, and efficiency in service delivery was critical to the growth and development of the sector. The presidency has been reassuring Nigerians that there would be more than 7,000 megawatts distributed to homes by the end of 2021. A senior special assistant to the President on Public Affairs, Mr. Ajuri Ngaleli, explained that the government-to-government deal with the German Export Credit Agency will provide 80% of the funds needed to fix the transmission and distribution bottlenecks affecting the power sector in Nigeria. The federal government would pay 20% of counterpart funding to the bank, with Siemens being the sole contractor. We'll take a short break. Environment stories are next. Stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. You are watching Energy and Environment Weekly on ASO Television. With the steady rise in BRENT crude, the Nigerian crude oil, there have been positive results, as this is the highest it has risen since 1999. Let's take a look at OPEC oil prices for today. And now on the environment sector. The OGONILAND cleanup has so far attained the restoration of 5 out of the 21 polluted sites in the territory. The campaign, which commenced in 2019, is being undertaken under the Hydrocarbon Pollution Remediation Project, HYPRE. The project coordinator, Mr. Marvin Duckhill, said the 21 lots are across the 4 local government areas of Ogoniland. They are in the category of less complex sites, which were handed over to 21 remediation companies. The coordinator marked the 9th anniversary of the United Nations Environment Programme report on Ogoniland. He recalled that in January 2019, contracts for Phase 1, Batch 1 remediation of polluted sites were awarded, marking the beginning of cleanup of impacted sites as recommended by UNEP. 5 of the companies have completed remediation work, with the rest to round off remediation work in the next week. And that's our package for today. Join us next week, Tuesday, for a fresh episode of E&E Weekly. You can watch this episode and previous episodes of the program on its YouTube page. Simply search for E&E Weekly, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. I am Joycelyn Elakeche Ada. Bye for now.